When I started playing Animal Crossing, I really had no idea what I was getting into. I knew only 2 facts about the game. 1, we're in a pandemic, and 2, I was extremely bored. I knew that you get to name your own island and invite your friends to visit your island, so I thought what a great way to stay connected with everyone. Little did I know I'd be making new friends, and they would all be animals. I named my island Couch because I love couches. There's just so much you can do when you have a good couch. Relax on it, nap on it, meditate, read a book, and pretty much live your best life. So Lyman was the first villager to show up on my island. Again, I didn't know exactly what was going on when my first villager arrived. The most exciting part was that he was a talking green koala with a house. Need I say more? I did find it a bit strange that he repeatedly approached me to talk about his biceps and working out and going to the gym for some reason. Dude, you're on Couch. There's no gym here. Despite his personality being really dull, he had some cute moments. Plus, he was my first ever villager, so personally, I think he deserves to be turned into a squishy. Here is a very cute squishy, fresh out of the box and really fun to squish. Unfortunately, it is really cute and I'm a little bit sad to be changing it up, but also I think this squishy is going to make the perfect Lyman squishy. So I'm just going to jump right in and start the makeover here, starting by chopping off some of the unwanted parts of the squishy. You'll notice I'm chopping off the nose, and that's because I've already cut up a very specific nose to fit Lyman a little bit better. I then glued the nose onto the squishy using fabric glue. I had ordered a squishy making kit off of Amazon, which is basically a bunch of unpainted squishies, and that's how I made this nose, by chopping up a bunch of unpainted squishy foam. One thing I noticed about the slick fabric paint and using it as glue to help secure these pieces on is that it dries really lumpy, and then the face of the squishy ends up looking bumpy and not very smooth. So I went back and watched Mariah Elizabeth's videos just to see how I could improve on this, because she is the person who basically created squishy makeovers, and I think she would know how to fix this. But basically what I figured out is that it comes with a lot of practice, just smoothing out those areas, and that maybe I just need to do multiple different coats instead of just trying to do one thick layer of slick paint. Once the slick paint finally dried, it was time to cover up the squishy with matte white fabric paint with several layers of white. I'm not sure exactly how many layers, probably about 3 or 4, or as many as it takes to cover up the gray completely. And then I mixed the green that Lyman is using also matte fabric paint and a hint of yellow, because the green that he is a lighter colored green. I don't really know anything about mixing paint colors or making new colors, but it seemed like to me it made sense to add yellow. I'm really excited about this shade of green, and this was so much fun to paint. It's just such a pretty color. It is unfortunate that his personality turned out to be kind of dull, because painting this squishy made me realize he is actually really cute. As you can see, the paint is going on bumpy. The bumps are becoming a little bit more smooth, but it will still take several coats to make that completely go away. You'll see that I'm only painting half of his face. The bottom half of his face is yellow. So here I'm just drawing some lines on so that I can make sure I get the yellow evened out. I mixed the yellow paint with white. His face color is lighter than a basic yellow. I'm not exactly sure what a basic yellow is, but what I mean is the paint I had in the bottle did not match up with the color that I needed. And here you'll see somehow the footage must have got deleted where I painted the lower half of his face, but there it is, painted and cute looking. Again, the paint job turned out a little bit bumpy, and it's okay. It's all part of the learning process. His hands and feet are also that same yellow as his face. So now for the nose, I mixed a darker yellow that has a tint of orange in it, and that's because the nose is a lot brighter than the rest of the yellow color on his body. It did take a few coats of yellow to get it on perfectly. Why did I just use the word perfectly? What I meant to say was adequately. Now that the nose is adequately painted, it is time to choose Lyman's outfit. And for this particular squishy, I went with the shirt that he came with when he arrived on the island. Normally I don't choose their original clothes to paint on, just because I like changing up their outfits. And usually when they first arrive on my island, I'm just so excited to get their clothes changed and get them into a strawberry dress. Maybe that's a weird thing to say, but I just don't understand why strawberry dresses don't exist in real life. In fact, many of the clothes on Animal Crossing, you can't find those in stores. I feel like eventually there's going to have to be an Animal Crossing fan clothing store because I would buy all of the fruit dresses there. And definitely some of the umbrellas, like the mushroom umbrella, I really need that in real life. Anyway, back to making the squishy. Let me just touch up his ears a little bit because they were messy. But now I'm going to start drawing on the face and getting those details on. For the face, I used a combination of Posca pens and just a random marker that I found at Michael's. I needed to get that exact shade of green for his eyebrows, so that was found in the marker section at Michael's. I drew the eyebrows on, and then I went ahead and drew his nostrils and his eyes with a Posca pen. And here he is, the final product. I love how cute he turned out. I feel like this is my favorite one yet. And yes, the face is not perfectly smooth, but not all celebrities have perfectly smooth faces, even when you meet them up close. So we're just gonna have to deal with that reality. But other than that, I'm really satisfied with the squishy makeover. And if you made it to the end of this, I hope you are satisfied as well. Thank you so much for watching this video and have a great day.